How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back on another video. Today we're going to start the chicken coop build. This is more of a barn style chicken coop. It's not like building a house, it's like building a barn. We don't need a house for the chickens, we need a chicken coop. And it's actually a little bit easier building barn style building than it is to build like a house style. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but as we're going, I'll show you what I mean by barn style. It's basically going to have just 4 posts sticking out of the ground, and we're going to nail all of our boards to these 4 posts, and the 4 posts will go as high as what the ceiling is going to be. So then we don't really need a bunch of boards on the side. We're still going to put them 24-inch centers, but they're going to be the opposite direction so we can nail our boards on for the barn, the barn part of it, the outside shell. And I'll show you what that's going to look like. I already got started on some of it here. I put 2 posts in this morning. We had a pretty long day today, so this is what I got done so far. And as you can see, I'm lining that right up with the chicken coop, or the chicken run, and it only goes about 2 foot on the other side. So there'll be a door in that corner over there to go into that run. And then this side over here will be where the garden is going to be, over on this side. And we'll have a door going into there. So we can use the garden as a run and the run as a run. So, but we're going to go ahead and finish. We're going to square this up with these 2 posts, and then we're going to go ahead and get those put in. The hardest part we have is getting these posts squared up. That's about the hardest thing there is to building this building. After that's done, it's going to go really fast. So we're going to get started on getting that all set up, and then we'll get you guys back in here. Okay, this is what we got done today. Now, the biggest issue you're going to have when you're building this thing is actually getting it square and level. You know, the posts are a little bit rough getting in there. But once you get it squared up and you get it level, the floor will go down really fast. It's actually not too bad. Now we're using 2x8 floor joists on this little coop. It's only 8 foot by 8 foot. It's going to have 6 foot walls. Maybe a little shy of 6 foot. But I'll show you when this, as the project goes, you're going to see why I only need 6 foot walls. So we have those posts in the ground. We didn't put any concrete in there. We just tamped the dirt around each post, and that's all I'm going to do. We tamped the bottom of the ball. Each hole has a piece of rock down in there, and they're just sitting in there on dirt tamped around the post. That's going to be perfectly fine for our little coop here. So tomorrow, hopefully it's not raining. They're calling in the forecast for some rain. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of rain, and we can start laying the floor down and get the walls all up. So this is going to be a great little build. Okay, we're getting ready to get started again this morning. We got a good bit done yesterday. It's about 7 in the morning. I don't like getting started this early, but it's supposed to rain. So we're going to try to get some of the floor down. Last night we got the rafters, all the posts yet. Yesterday we got all the posts set, and we got the rafters down. We're using a 2x8 rafter. All this wood was cut on a sawmill. So we're going to start with some 1-bys on the floor, and we're going to get this floor done. Hopefully we can get it done before it starts raining. So we're going to get started on that. Hopefully it don't take too long. Okay, our floor is finished. This is all 1-bys. They had some cracks in them, but trust me, it gives it some really good character. We're going to start working around the top here, putting our 2x4s on here that's going to hold the outside wood. This thing's pretty sturdy, actually. It's setting up pretty good. For a chicken coop, this thing is going to be great. So we're going to go ahead and get started on these outside 2x4s and see how many we can get up before this rain hits us. It's saying around 10 o'clock I'm going to get some rain, so I want to do as much as I can while I still have dry weather. Okay, Julie came out and gave me a hand with a little bit more of this. She helped me on the walls. We have all of our walls framed up now, and what's nice about building this as a barn style chicken coop, our studs go this way instead of up and down. So it makes it a little bit easier, and by building it this way, this corner here, that saves me 3 2x4s on each corner. So that's 12 2x4s just by building it with these posts. But now mind you, you saved on those 3 2x4s, but now you had to buy a 4x4 in that corner. So it might equal out, I'm not sure. But I think it turned out pretty good. We're gonna hopefully, the next time we get started another day, we should be able to get all the rafters on and get everything tidied up so we can start putting the roof on, or we can start putting the wood on the walls. So hopefully we don't get rained out tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so far today we haven't had no rain. It's been looking like rain, but we haven't had any. So I started on the I guess the trusses going across there. I was going to show you how I did one, and then you can kind of go by that. I have got my first one done, and I basically try to make it so it fits both sides. And then after I get it all cut and it fits perfect, then I'll write a big P on it, and I'll use it as a pattern, and then I just put it on top of each board and trace them out. So we're going to trace a couple of them out and get them cut, just to show you guys how I'm doing it. And it seems to work pretty good. So we did 24-inch centers on this ceiling. We don't really need anything much more than that. We're only an 8-foot span on there. And I've seen them go as far as 4-foot centers on these if you use a metal roof. And that's what we're going to be putting on there. So it's not going to be a big deal going 24-inch centers. Now we're going to put some boards on there, some nailers, so we can nail all of our metal to. So I think we got more than enough strength up there for a chicken coop. Okay, just to show you guys how I do this, this is the board that I'm working off of. I have a big P on here for pattern, and then a P over here. So I know to pick this board up when I want to trace another truss there, or rafter, whatever you want to call them. So I just get, and I cut a 6-foot log, and these things are only 5 foot something, so they're not quite 6 feet. So these boards work out pretty good. And this wood is not the greatest, but it's going to work perfect for what we're doing. So I'll just take a board, this pattern board, lay it on top of here, get it squared up, mark it. Pretty simple, and this is the fastest way to do it. You don't want to build each and every one of them. Just use one as a pattern. Once you got a good pattern, it'll go pretty fast. Then I've been taking a circular saw, cutting this end. Cut the other end. Then I'll turn it around. I'll cut my bird's beak with a jigsaw. So now we have our pattern right there on that board. Pretty simple. So we got to do one more. I've been doing all these in pairs of 2. That way I don't get bored with it. I'll build 2 of them, then I'll go put 2 up, and then just keep repeating the process until we get it all done. All of them done. Okay, 2 of our truss boards, good to go. Let's go put them on. Now to help me get these up, what I do is I put 2 screws, 1 in each top. This helps me because all I have to do is put it up there and put that screw in, and it'll hold it into place. Now I got marked out on my boards here where I need to put these, on the top and over here. Now all I have to do is put that screw in. Now for the ends, if your bird beak doesn't go all the way up and touch, what I've been doing is I take a clamp. And I'll clamp that into place. And now when I'm nailing, that'll kind of hold it down a little bit for me when I'm nailing this in. So I'm going to take some of these spiral nails. We're going to nail the bottom and nail the top. We'll also be putting hurricane straps on the inside of this. The reason why sometimes your bird beak doesn't actually touch is because the board on the top is actually bowed. So what you're doing is, by clamping it, is straightening the eave, the very top board, the peak. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple. Now we gotta make 2 for that end and 2 for that end for the overhang. Now to help support this roof, we cut a bunch of these boards, about 8 of them. We're gonna put one on this side and one on this side all the way across. That's gonna give that center beam some better support. So what I'm gonna do is gonna hold that in there. Oop. Now not only will I be screwing these, but I'll also come back through and take the nail gun and put some nails in them too. And this is really going to give this this roof some good support, because there's no rafters going back and forth. Okay, that feels pretty good. So we're going to do this all the way across, and I think that's going to help us out a lot on this roof. Okay, we got a good bit done today. We got all the rafters on there, and I got the trim around the outside of the roof, which would be your fascia. It's all done. We're going to do some wire in the where the soffit would go. We're going to do some wire in there. I think I have some 1/4-inch heavy wire, like a rabbit pin wire. That way we don't get any critters going up in them eaves and getting into the building, the chicken coop. There's actually going to be, it's going to be pretty interesting when I do the inside, and I'm going to bring you guys along. But we boxed all the corners in. This will give us something good to nail to. We put some small pieces in here, and then all the way trimmed around the door. So it's going to be pretty tight, and it should work out really well. This is a pretty easy construction, nothing hard about it. Simple and easy, and that works for me. So we're going to end this video. In the next video, hopefully we can get the roof on it and get the walls up, get all the outside walls on. So I would like to tell everyone, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.